Maybe I should just leave this going for a while, huh?
No.
You already got 3 people with me with 2 thumbs up.
Oh, 3 people?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little black one. Can't see from there.
Ricardo numero 2.
I'm happy
rooster that we got 3 new ones this year, huh?
Hopefully they're not as bad as Rooster. Oh.
Thanks for the purple hearts, guys. I'm kind of trying to read chat, but I have to have the screen at an angle I can barely see.
Aren't they so cute?
Looks pretty cool at the post office, though, huh?
Yeah.
The little going back. See, Mommy knows
Can
people.
I tell them what breed it is?
Sure.
This breed is cinnamon queen, and there's one buried rock in there.
Where did he go hiding
He's
now?
right here. This
There he is.
that little black one. That one is Ricardo numero 2. Spanish way to say Richard. That one's buried rock. The ones with the dots on their head are roosters.
Yeah, those are cinnamon king roosters.
So I think they're all 25, right?
Here, let's see. There. That'll fix some stuff.
So will it read it for you?
No, I just needed to put Western as head moderator quick.
Okay. Well, I'll watch camera for you.
We can get chat to show up on the GPS thing.
Oh.
I thought I might need to figure out how to plug in the phone. Are you trying to escape? Thank you. I figure I'll just leave the chicks up and running for a while, and then I can set it up so I can watch them from the TV downstairs.
Those little cuties.
brought them home today, and all of a sudden it's snowing outside, so I can't really put them in the coop yet.
Think we're gonna put them in the coop tomorrow, right?
Probably. I'll have to watch the thermometer outside. Yeah. They're too precious to do anything silly with, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's see, can I get this to focus here? No. Someday I'll just all figure it out. You have to go into your phone. Click on the like button. Can't tell we don't have dad always going through my stuff too.
Wait.
One of those might be in there. No, none of those in there. There I am. There, maybe now I can see some of the cats. Probably now. Oh, did you get quiet?
They are super cute. Hi.
See if I can handle this big mess so everybody can see. I'm sure there's a lot of chicks.
Yeah. 3 roosters, like we said.
And 25 hens.
Mm-hmm. So, here's the top.
3 plus 25.
That's 25, 26, 27, 28.
Good job.
There's 28 in all.
You know?
Cool.
Plus the other 14. Hey, Stephen. Sophia was giving me grief about how I better put the chickens on live, so there we are. Yep, that's a yard bird.
Aren't they cute though?
Can't believe they went through almost the whole water already.
Oh my. That is a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water they drink.
Yeah, that's why we have backup for a while. Now that I turn the heater up, it's getting warm enough in here.
Oh, I see the super thing.
Yeah.
Does that control here?
We don't want to mess with that one. The switch is on the same frequency as the one in the house. I ain't having that can of worms open.
There's no cans of worms.
It's a joke.
Oh.
Okay, Western, I'll see you later. Here. Thanks. Let's see. We can hit Stephen. We'll make Stephen wear a blue shirt. B702. Better make him a blue shirt.
want to see more, we can just look at the box. My first favorite is the black one. I really like it.
You just want to make friends with him so he don't chase you around the yard.
Yes.
No problem, Steven. It pays to have a couple people with some eyes out. I wonder if I should just leave this on all night.
Should we? Oh, and we can watch it in the morning. See?
I can turn it on downstairs too. Like that. There. Oh. I haven't gone live hardly in forever here. I had 0 moderators.
This is like your second live.
I think third, maybe fourth.
No, I haven't been watching this channel, so.
Oh. I sure hope you're making chunks on purpose.
We don't want to see chicken. Well, I'm not wrong.
I wonder. There's a way I could make this nice stable. I can't see anything. God, room tight.
Oh, are you just fighting?
No problem. Boy, it's hard to pronounce your name, but yeah. Oh, here. This helps. You're shifting the box and then the whole camera moves and tries to focus. If we quit talking, you could label this ASMR. Camera still shifts funny.
You can't see the black one now. Oh, I can see it.
Oh, he's hiding off camera. He wants food.
The black. Oh, I can see it.
Yeah. Share it with people. That way everybody gets to see cute little babies. I about freaked the post office guy out. I was heading home from Walmart. I was about halfway home. We were a ways out of town. And the post office calls me. So I was like, hello? He thought I was Cody right away. I was like, no, this ain't Cody, it's Crystal. I was like, and you've got my babies. Excuse me, ma'am? You've got a bunch of baby chicks. Here, I'm turning around. I'm coming your way. He goes, do you know where to come pick them up? And I pretty much gave him direct directions. I said, and I come in door E, don't I? He started laughing and said, I guess I'll see you soon.
All these little guys are loud.
Yeah, they are.
We still lived it last time when we had chicks.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do any of that yet. It was fun though, because once I got there to the post office, there was this really old guy working there. And I used to work at the Bismarck Tribune when I was 17. And I didn't have a license yet, but I was the only person that would drive the mail truck. So I got to go to the post office every night at about 1 in the morning. I come walking in, and that guy kind of squares up, looks me right in the face, and he goes, "Holy cow, you got old." I was like, "Well, you didn't get any younger either." And then you got to hold everybody's chicks, didn't you? They were digging them out of boxes for you, weren't they?
Yeah.
Pays to know people, don't it?
That one really did have fluffy legs, though, when I got to see it.
Yep, that was a fluffy one from TSC.
Are you guys copying that black one?
Yep, they want out. Oh, did you just yell at her to knock it off? I
Oh.
wonder, can they see you guys over there? Arguing? Get a chick fight going. Oh, no, you're reaching over each other's backs to fight?
They're like, Geronimo!
Everybody in a huddle, they're killing.
I wonder what they look like when they're sleeping.
Like this bunch right over here.
Oh. They're like curling up like this.
Yep, they're still tiny, whiny. So they try to curl up in a bunch.
That way they can be warm and toasty.
No, the food's over there, guys.
Guys, it's right here.
They're still learning. They'll get it all figured out.
Oh, they look so cute when they're like in a row together.
Well, we got the two with, yeah, it looks black, but it's green. Those ones are males. It's hard to tell the cinnamon queen males from the females. So they stuck little green dots on their head. Just like when you go with Ferret Rock, which is this guy. That's why he's got a white dot scribbled on his head. I decided I'm replacing Richard this year, so that is Richard numero dos.
Richard numero dos. I used to call him Ricardo.
Be nice. He's just a meanie. That's a joke I can't tell till you go downstairs. But his name's Richard because I couldn't yell what I wanted to at him all day.
I think I know what you'd probably
You
yell.
would just hush you. I don't need you running around school telling that stuff.
I know, I would. I never.
Oh boy, that one was a flutterbox.
Mine has a... Guys, I think we should...
You need to let her put her wings down though. There we go.
Yeah, we don't want broken wings.
Trying to hide under each other's wings over here. Oh, you think so?
Oh, you should put your wings down, little one.
Boy, it's crazy how far behind that live stream really is. I looked up at the TV and I just saw myself petting the chicken.
This one's my favorite.
Yeah. Put your hand on it.
They're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of glad we got chicks.
They like it when you hold them in the palm of your hand and you pull your sleeve over top of your hand so they just get to snuggle in there.
They did it. They got that early because it was supposed to be on Friday, Saturday, or Monday, but they did it on Thursday, which is today.
Yeah.
I was kind of confused when I heard that.
I'm happy.
I am, too.
Now all the kids at school that are excited you might bring chicks, we'll have to talk to your teacher about a special day. Or you can bring them in.
little some?
I don't know. Maybe I'll bring in the whole box.
Oh, like this little box here?
Maybe. I better strain off my darn orchid.
Sounds like I
The
want.
little birdies have me in such a twitter, I'm forgetting if I have to do stuff. Boy, you haven't gotten rid of that cold yet.
I know. What did I say? Oh, I see it now.
Oh, that sucks. Couldn't find a proper place to store his chicks, so he never got them.
Oh,
All I know is Cody tried to make it a surprise that I was getting chickens. And they texted me right away. I came running into the office. What are you doing? He still won't let me get an attack boost. That was the next text message. They were trying to tell me a guard boost. I was like, heck yeah. And he was like, heck no. There's that. I think it's safe to call them attack boots. I mean, I wouldn't use them as attack boots, now would I?
I'm thinking, Mom.
We wouldn't have a squirrel problem.
Well, we wouldn't, but still. That's a no. No.
Doing fine. Now I didn't forget my orchid tree won't die. Last one didn't pop up on me. Sure. I suppose I should set my cat up to the right way. Top check. No. I want all messages. I don't know what I did. I may have made head standard and managing odd now. I'm not sure what I did, but that's okay. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. So that's why I can't see him on the TV. Take that off. Put that back on. Now I should have chat again. Quit. Oh, it's so Then you have shaken chicken syndrome.
Sorry.
Hey, Douglas.
What did you say, Mom? What did you say, Mom?
I said, hey, Douglas. Douglas just popped in.
Hi.
Here, how about you scoot away from the box for now? You can even see them from right there on the TV. And if you really want them in a little while, we'll turn them on in your room. And because I'm a genius, I can set the thing up and we can have it basically on every TV we want. I can play this in your room, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's all I got to do is tap on it on my phone. And then screen mirror my phone. I can't do it on the iPad while we're using the iPad to speak. Okay, here. Let's get you downstairs and set up down there. I agree. Camera situation figured out here. Get it to angle and get it higher up, I'd be set. hope it warms up in the next couple days. You guys ain't gonna let me get any sleep, are you? Yum, 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 yum. Wish I had a longer cord. Set the camera over the water picture here. Yard pigeon. Boy, some of you are just so loud. Just run it right over, why don't you? Really like these crumbles so much. I might have to go get you guys better ones. I sure am glad I got you guys this big of a box, and I looked this hard for this big of a box, especially since you guys stand in one spot. Yeah. Yeah, for a while there, we had it so that one would try to jump into the middle of the bunch, and then another one would. So every time it was like a bunch of penguins, I swear. You sure do like to knock on that box, don't you? Were you the one knocking on the box the whole way home? Hmm? I don't have much growing right now. It decided to snow again today. Otherwise, these guys would be outside. We'd be watching through the chicken cam. Okay. I wonder if I could bring that up on the phone right now. I know I got everything set up for him out there. But then I couldn't put them out there. It was too cold. So I set him up a place outside already, but since it started snowing, I figured I'd keep him in there. I've already got one chicken trying to stalk her way into that box, but we used an old gate to cover it up. I wonder, let's see if I can get the microphone working out there. I think the microphone's working out there. She hears something. I have caused an uneasy feeling in the coop. Rotate my camera around, find out where the rest of them are. They must be hiding behind the box here. I can't go down that one. Oh, maybe I can. It'd be nice if my nightlight out there would quit clicking on and off, but yeah, they're all hiding behind my brooder right now. Yeah, we've been having a heck of a time with trees out here. We keep ordering them from the North Dakota Tree Service or whatever. And they ain't making it. We're trying to get, what are those called, June berries growing up here. It'd be nice to get those running. We have a couple of them, but not very many, and I had a bucket of them once. I made the mistake of letting the older chickens get too close. Yeah, we usually get them from North Dakota Forestry Service or something. Like $1 a tree, but they never last. I think they just root cuttings, and the first exposure they get to light is when we get them, so that doesn't work out too well. Roosters are already fighting. since I'm stuck running on a different server right now, I might just have to leave this live stream running all night so that I can have it run on the TV downstairs. See how high we can get the like button. I know, that's why we went with the cinnamon cream. I wanted to get some brown chickens this year. Otherwise, this is what all of my baby chicks looked like last year. It's this guy. Come here, buddy. Something's in here, buddy. But yeah. You're just so chill. You are. I've already held you too much. Oh, you want to peck fingers, did you? Yeah. Hopefully you're nicer than the rooster I already got. Well, Barred Plymouth Rock. Here, let's see if I can look it up on the phone. Put that picture up there. Well, heck, I even have videos up of my chickens. Yeah. Oh, that's how I find my own live. What do you know? So sweet. Let's see. I'll turn that down so I don't get in trouble. You can see them all trying to, here, if I can get this lined up. They try to attack a pan that has a lid on it here in a minute. But those are the big girls. Yeah, it's kind of mean. Nah, they're not big enough to be dinner. They end up the neighbors if they're too mean. Then he wonders why he has a bunch of mean chickens. Well, I don't know. He ends up getting eggs all the time, and then he hatches those. And for some reason, they're not lasting too long over there, so I give him all my mean ones. And I keep getting nice ones. That's why almost all of mine are nice. I might have to start switching it around and give him all my picked on ones. That way we've got a good way to separate them out. Don't break her wing. Oh, so you just climb right under it again anyway. Of course, you're going to do it when you're not on camera. Bunch of cuddle birdies. The Cinnamon Kings. Kings. That's cute. They're going to be the ones with the dots on their head. That's how they mark them at the hatcheries. Let's see, where'd you go, you little bugger? This guy here, too? Is they're always going to put a dot on the head of the roosters? Like that one has a white dot. So yeah, I got it figured out who's who. The rest are all girls. Them poor guys. Could you imagine having that many wives? Or living with that many women at a time? It's gotta be maddening. Maybe that's why Richard's so mean. He's out there with, well, he's been out there with about 20 girls for quite some time, and the number's slowly dwindling. Yeah, the other day I went out to the coop and I let all the chickens out, and I was able to count them as they all came out, and I was like, oh no, one's missing, and I went into the chicken coop, and when she wasn't missing, she just wasn't moving no more. And I guess I was pretty sad all day and was moping on the couch, and then all of a sudden my phone goes off. Here, Cody's ordering more chickens for me online. Yeah, I know roosters don't have those. That's why I named mine Richard. It's as close as he gets. funny though. I sell honey over at the local butcher shop, and I mentioned I was getting some chicks, and the guys out there, they asked me, how many did you get? And I told them I'm getting, 25 of them. And they started picking on me right away. Well, that ain't going to be enough. I was like, what do you mean that's not going to be enough? I was like, how many do I need? Because you need about 105. I was like, why do I need 105 chickens? And then the one walks me over to the cooler and points at the cooler and says, do you see those eggs in that cooler? There's no eggs in your cooler. What are you talking about? He goes, exactly. You need to have 105 chickens. I said, oh, I was a bit slow. I do have bees too. Let's see. Where are we at for how many? Right now we have 10 live beehives, and I think we're getting about 25 more in the mail. I mean, heck. Ask Western, he makes fun of me. He says I have IV bags full of honey. I have to make you go through my videos. Half the beehives, I'll dive in there without a suit. I don't care. If they got goodies dripping all over the place, I'm gonna go get the honey. I'll eat it right out of the hive. I don't care. I remember the first time I did that, I got that on camera. You can hear my husband in the background. He is so scared. He pulls out his camera. He's recording me because all of a sudden I'm taking the suit off, blowing at the bees, getting them out of my way. I like you. You got pretty dark colors. Yeah. You want to come over here? Come show you off. Come here. There we are. Oh, now we don't want to get down. Be like some of the other chicks I had. You're going to be shoulder chickens, huh? Oh yeah, I've gotten attacked by a whole swarm before. There was one time Cody was trying to drag me into a hospital, and I was like, I'm fine. We ended up pulling out somewhere around 117 stingers out of me, and then there were more spots that we didn't have stingers still stuck, because, they get stuck in the sweatshirt and things like that. I used to do bees with my grandma when I was a kid, so I'm good. I'm used to it. It wasn't all loaded up on YouTube. When I'd watch videos, I would do it through his channel, and I was watching some beekeeping channels when I first moved in with him here, and all of a sudden he's seeing these beekeeping videos show up on his YouTube, and he thinks he has this great idea, and I just kept quiet for a little bit. But yeah, honey, that's a great idea. Let's get bees. Took me a year and a half to admit that, yeah, you're getting that on your feed, because I typed it in and searched it on your feed. I should have had my camera going when I was inside the post office. I was sat on the couch because one of my chickens died in the hen house. I thought she was lost at first when I let them all out. And then, nope, when I went inside the hen house, there she was laying on the floor. So, after I pouted for a little bit, all of a sudden Cody goes in the office and my phone goes off. Says, you got this, and you can get 10% off your order. I'm like, what order? And I ran into the office. He's ordering these guys. Yeah. Maybe I need to sit there and pout a little bit longer. Maybe I can get more of them. egg farm when you were 4. That's pretty awesome. If I'm not careful, this is going to turn into an egg farm. Yeah, it's funny. The chicken that had passed on, too. She's probably been in half the gas stations in town. She's definitely been in a couple liquor stores. She hurt her hip for a while, and I had to keep her out of the hen house so that Richard wouldn't do nothing. And, yeah, she went all over town with me a few times. People are no strangers to me walking around with chicks and birds and chickens. I even have leashes for these guys. I wonder how many watch hours I'll end up with if I just leave this one all night. Western will get you through it, buddy. A little bit of time and a lot of patience. Oh, I'm certainly really hate this wait time. If you're going to keep knocking on the box, you should at least do it over where the camera's at. You chicks are silly geese. awful person tomorrow and call in TSC because I literally know how many chicks they received in the mail today. So I was sitting there, we were going through their mail. I should call them and start asking them about, so you guys got this many of this fruit. How are they doing? See if I can get them really rooted out. I should get a Bluetooth mic. Once I start getting more chickens and I let those knuckleheads talk me into selling eggs over there, I should start using the money for stuff to go live. For the first year or so, I gave out honey, but I was a smart ass. I had my phone number taped on every packet. The year after that, I started slowly raising the price a little bit more and more. Now that I've found a basic price, I'm still cheaper than anybody in town. I take it over to the butcher shop and they sell it for me and I don't even have to do nothing. He gave me some great financial advice today though. He said I should open my own LLC. Something about if one LLC loses money, then you're not going to be paying as much in taxes. I have to look into that. I'll start the Birds and Bees LLC. Yeah, that's what Josh was telling me. He says, no point in going broke trying to make money. I was like, huh, that's a heck of an idea. He said every time I ordered bees, every time I ordered chicks, then he really had my attention. Every time I ordered chicks. Mm-hmm. Have an old barn we could get fixed up. And then I could keep 2 separate batches of chickens. Bee work is pretty rewarding. I mean, especially when you get to where they actually start to recognize you. Because they'll recognize you year after year, even though your bees die every 6 months and the queen is hatching new bees. They'll recognize you even after the winter. That's how I can dive into some of the hives right away. I have to figure out how to stream my screen. Then I can just use the camera out in the coop while my phone sits on the coffee table. That's after we drink all the fermented honey I've got, or the mead. Once I get these little guys settled out in the coop, I still got to bottle up, what is it, 3 6-gallon fermenters. So, I don't even know, what's 6 times 3? Siri, what's 6 times 3?
6 times 3 is 18.
That's 18 gallons of that stuff. Here, I see what the problem is. Here, I fix. There. All better. Go play now. You too? You guys gotta learn not to stick your beaks so far in the water. I bet you're gonna do the same thing. So are you. There you go. Wipe it off on the other girls. Yep.